Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Vijay Katadesi. I'm the founder and CEO of Swarmio Media. I'm going to tell you about an opportunity, probably once in a lifetime opportunity for you. Before we go into the story, let's talk about gaming. Did you guys know video gaming is the largest entertainment industry in the world? You take music, entire music industry, and movies, Hollywood, Bollywood, everything together, and sports, NHL, NBA, NFL, everything, put them all together. Video gaming is still the largest. More than 200 billion in revenues. It's growing faster. Do you know how many people play video games? 3 billion. Almost more than 1/3 of the world population plays video games. And do you know one of the video game finals? People watch these finals. A game called League of Legends. They had a finals in China. There were more than 200 million people watching that play. That's bigger than Super Bowl. This is what's happening. So these 3 billion people playing video games, do you know 2 billion of them live in the region where they don't use credit cards? The credit card penetration is less than 3%. Asia, Middle East, Africa, and Latin. This is where 2/3 of the gamer population, which is 2 billion, live. Now we're going to talk about how these 2 billion gamers in this region that they are monetized. Because they don't have any credit cards. Today, people have trouble reaching those goals. But they play a game, but you can't monetize it. Because the value chain today is broken. So there's 2 billion gamers, they enjoy games, they play games, but they don't have proper access to these game servers. So some of them in Africa or Latin, they play in North America or in Europe. People in Asia, they play in Europe. They have poor access, very, very high latencies, and they can't even buy because things like Google or Apple Pay, you need credit card to buy items. Now look at the game operations. The 200 billion, 70% of the 200 billion is made by selling in-game items. Most of the games are free. People download the game and they just play. 70% of the money is by selling diamonds, skins, things like that, in-game items. But for them, they're missing out on 2/3 of the gamer population. They all play the game, but they can't monetize it. What's happening is the player in the middle, a telecom operator who provides mobile services and internet to everyone. So every gamer out there, a customer of a telco. They have to have a phone or internet or computer to play. But telcos have no clue that this value chain is broken. They have a huge opportunity in the middle that they can fix it. They have the customers. These are existing customers. They have the 5G. They have the fiber connection. But just they don't know this value chain because they're not in this game. So, what we are doing, we are fixing the value chain. So we went to the telco. I said, Mr. Telco, do you know this is happening? Especially in Asia and Middle East and Latin. These telcos are great. When you talk about a telco in Asia, they will have 100 million subscribers. Huge telco. You have your gamers, you have the last mile connection, but you are not working with them. So what we did, we bring a platform with everything they need to fix their balance. Number one, people have trouble getting better access to the game service. So we built our edge computing platform, which is our patented technology. We solved the latency issue. So we bring the game service close to the gamer. Gamers are happy. Now they get access. And number two, a hub, a community hub. So the gamers can come in the local country with the local telco They can come and play with their friends and family, and they can watch because we do streaming. We actually bring influencers. So we are creating a local community for them. And they get gamified. So when they come to these hubs, they get points. So whether they watch, whether they play with the other friends, or they participate in challenges, they get points. With the points, they go to the store. This is our next step. Because the game publishers, they're having trouble selling to these guys. We go to the game publishers and say, guys, now we have Asia, Africa, Latin America. You bring your items and games to our store, and we will monetize it. And that's what they do. So we, in our store, people can earn points and redeem, or they can click and buy the item. That's the beauty of our fintech solution, which is our payment solution. It is not, you can use credit card, but our main payment method, we integrate with the telco. Because telcos already have it. Whether that item you buy, it could show up in your phone bill. Or most of these regions, they also have e-wallets. This is the region we're talking about. Asia, Middle East, Africa, they are bypassing the telco. They're going into crypto. They're going into e-wallets. So every telco has, they also own an e-wallet solution. So we integrate with the e-wallet. So for these 2 billion gamers, now they can just click and buy with their phone. They don't need that. For the publishers, now they have access to 2 billion gamers that they didn't have. They couldn't monetize. So we become the middle bridge, connecting the gamers and the publishers and just taking the percentage of the whole revenue. So what are our revenue streams? 2 main ones. One is membership. So all these gamers, in order to get access to these low latency gaming and this gamified system and all these streaming and content, they just pay a membership. Somewhere between $3 to $5 per gamer per month. And we take 80% to 50% of that revenue. So most of our telco deals are 80%, some of them are 50%, depends on it. So we take a huge chunk of the revenue to us. The second revenue stream is store. This is where we partner with all the big players. You name them, we have partnerships. So they bring all the items into the store and we sell them, we take a percentage. Our percentage is usually from 5% to 15% based on the items. So these are the 2 main revenue streams today. But think about it. In this region, 2 billion gamers, they're going to have access to all the data. What game they play, what they watch, what items they are buying, what kind of games they are playing, all these data. Nobody in the world has access to this kind of data today. Not only that, this is our data, and with the telco, we also know their phone numbers. We know where they live. We know, other than them, what else they do. Because we are farming with the telco. So that data is going to be a powerful gold mine in the future. We are live today. We came from the Philippines last week. We launched with one of the largest telco in Philippines, which is Globe. They have 85 million subscribers. We launched last week. We are already live in Sri Lanka, the Sri Lanka Telecom, live in Mumbai, Saudi Arabia, Mumbai. With our sales pipeline, I want to share one number that I don't want to put it in here. We will have access to 250 million gamers before end of this year. We have announced all these announcements, but this is our sales platform. So we have the technology and the platform that I mentioned. No one in the world have that kind of platform to offer to the telco to. We are literally getting every telco in the world calling us. Hey guys, we just can't go fast enough. So before end of this year, we will have access to 250 million gamers. That means kind of having access to 250 million credit cards that we can monetize. Because every one of them we can charge, we can monetize. We have the data. And that's Swarmio. Any questions?
I'll start off. Thanks, Vijay. So you mentioned you announced recently the press release payments in tokens, right?
Yeah.
We said on that slide that you already launched in Sri Lanka and in Saudi Arabia. I don't remember you PRing that. Maybe you did. Maybe I missed
it was before even we had it public.
Okay.
We didn't. Saudi Arabia we didn't PR it yet because it's just we had big telcos, a big process to do a big PR, so we are working on that. Because the slide that I can share.
So maybe since you have some history, maybe you can talk to like how long it launched with the other two telcos, and maybe give us an idea what sort of numbers. So you have a million. You're a telco. You have 1 million subscribers. What have you seen? I know it's probably early as far as conversion into your product.
Yeah, I can share some numbers because we were actually thinking about pulling a press release with really good numbers. But I will give you some initial numbers because these are so our process is listen. We go and get the telcos, sign them up, and then we launch and get all the gamers in the platform. That's number 2. Then monetize because monetizing gamers is so easy because it's just gamified. Because I know how my kids spend. I have 3 kids and they whole play periods. I know how much money they spend every month. Right? It's very easy. It's not a mouse in there, they will just go crazy and monetize it. So our model is now we are signing up those telcos and bringing us some users in, and probably on Q3 we'll see significant revenues coming in. So let me give you some conversion ratios. So far, over 1 year of time, we are in like 2-3 countries we tested it. Our conversion, the number of people coming into our website and getting signed up for an account is 30%. So just to give you some comparison, a staff work, 2% is good. 3% is amazing. There's only one company in history did closer to 30%, that's Spotify. What it means is product market fit. You are in a market, the product is desperately needed, gamers love it, they sign up. And those people who sign up, 18% of them actually active every day. Every day in the platform. They are doing things. This is huge. There's a conversion ratio for the financial, but since it's too early, I don't want to share. But yeah, we are talking about some significant numbers here.
Who else did you say that conversion rate is 30?
Spotify.
Spotify. Also,
yeah.
Can you compare your games to Access Infinity?
Access to
Infinity gameplay.
Axie Infinity.
Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, actually, the good thing is I met with the person of Axie Infinity because Glow is so we are actually partnering with Axie Infinity and Glow to run crypto events in our platform in Philippines currently. And not only Axie Infinity, we are working with other crypto players because Philippines is Asia space for crypto, right? So our play is we are going to be the gateway to the metaverse. Right? Because everybody's building metaverse. Somehow we need to go and get access to them. And so our platform is the gateway to the metaverse. And yeah, we are working with Axie Infinity. And mainly our model is every country we go, we look at what's the top 20 games in the country. And whether it could be mobile game, could be a console game, could be a PC game. We don't really care because we are game agnostic. And then we go to the publishers of those games. Guys, we are going to launch here, and this is the deal. And they just come in and we actually work with them to launch. So that's how we do every country. We just work with the publishers based on what's the top game in the country. In Philippines, Axie Infinity is crazy. So we are actually working with that.
So inside the Globe app, it probably has
So yeah, ours is an engagement tool. Right? So let's say you play League of Legends or any other game. So they are playing the games. Now they come to our platform and we actually do fun challenges. Let's say you're playing FIFA soccer, for example. and on your console. And let's say you follow one of the influencers, your favorite influencer. What people do, you bring the influencer to our platform and say, guys, you're going to play with the influencer. Think about you're playing to soccer with Neymar, right? Similar idea. So our platform is more gamification and engagement for the games. While they get engaged, they get points, and then you sell them the items.
So what were they doing before they agreed with you?
They don't. So these regions, they don't have this kind of infrastructure.
And does it work with most of their Snapchat, which is a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on the apps. Soccer.
Yeah,
does that still work?
Yeah. So because there are lots of mobile games, you can actually play mobile games. Because we work with any game. So if we have like Axie Infinity is a very simple game they play. And for the telco, they also do bundling. Like when you do sign up, they can say, when you sign up for this platform, we're going to give you some data. So every telco has different plans. Globe actually have bundles.
It sounds like more like for the postpaid.
Both
postpaid. Because you just get real upset, put it in there. Yeah. I don't see how that works.
So it's for both. So let's say you have a postpaid and prepaid. Let's say you have your phone. Yes. And so as long as you're a gamer, you're playing some other game, you just come here to have fun. Because gaming is a social. Right? It's like, usually there are games people play, like one-on-one, like they don't play with others. Our focus is multiplayer. So people play with other people. Then people with friends and family. So we actually create some engagement for them to have multiplayer fun experience. So people play Candy Crush like they know, this is not a platform. We are more talking about games where they play with multiple other people.
But it takes a certain kind of smartphone.
Yeah, most of the phones, so they play PCs or consoles. And mobile phones, yeah, they have their smartphone. So most of them have their smartphone interface. And at least a kind of a 4G type.
So you're saying prepaid is still okay?
Yes, prepaid is fine. And they can also buy for the kids. That they can go and buy the item for the kids, so the kids may play in a console or the TV at home. So it's all about payment, right? Like my kids have a credit card, they buy something.
The mass market over there is not people that have a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Right, but mostly market.
Yeah. They go and go to the corner store, top up the phone.
Yeah.
MicroCap.
So I'm asking if that market is still being reached with your technology.
Yes. That's where, because all these items you're talking about, these are MicroCap. Even the $3 a month, depends on the region. You actually do per day, so you can buy it per day. Our average now for $3 a month is just average. Some regions we do weekly, because their prepaid amount is not a lot, right? So you do weekly, maybe daily, sometimes monthly. Yeah, that's the mass market we have. Any questions?
So the in-game transactions, how exactly does that work? Because right now, like, League of Legends, let's say, you do the in-game transactions inside the client.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to facilitate the in-game transactions, correct, for publishers?
Yeah, so publishers will come and list their uses, so the diamonds or whatever the point system in ours, and they just buy it and they produce it in the business.
You get a code from a publisher in a store, and then you go into the in-game.
Yeah. And different. Sometimes the Steam will have a Steam card. You can buy that card and then or PlayStation you will get this in a card. You can just buy a card, go pick it up, like that. Then you go and send it. So, just to give you guys how big this game items. Let's work with one of the smaller country. It's a small country with 7 million subscribers. This telco tested one item. It's called Darina Purified Diamond. It's an African country. One item, the test was $1.5 million US a month. Just to give you how big this market is. And we are going there into these regions with not just one item, every item in the market. Yeah, like Globe actually spending north of $15 million in marketing. Yeah, because they are building their brand. And they're 360 market. They're so staffed. Globe Gamer. They can have truck to Globe Gamer products. Going 360 neighbors, you don't kind of play. So their marketing is great. When it comes to kind of blue marketing, they don't just put up a website and say, it's a proper 360 marketing. Like one country, they actually bought out all the TV stations. They haven't announced the country. They haven't announced the year, but they bought out all the billboards and all the TV stations to launch out of that. It's great.